Manchester United could correct Sky again over their punditry. Manchester United defender scores first ever career goal. The defender is leaving a positive mark with his displays for the team. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest news from Manchester United. Man United are well within their rights to give Sky a rap on the knuckles after Jamie Redknapp's baseless blunder at the weekend. It is a popular refrain to suggest a pundit does not know what they are talking about, and that was literally the case with Jamie Redknapp on Saturday. Years ago, Redknapp used to use literally incorrectly. Barca literally passed Arsenal to death, he once said. That made more sense than his guesswork surrounding Marcus Rashford's bench role at Crystal Palace. It pays to be informed, and one of football's biggest pays often aren't. Sky Sports News have sent more than 10 different reporters to Manchester United's training complex over the past year, having Jedis and their United authority, James Cooper, after more than 20 years of sterling service. Twice last season, their rolling news service misunderstood Erik ten Hag's comments on the banished Jadon Sancho and United's croque monsieur, Anthony Martial. Sky thought Sancho had returned to the squad in October and that Martial was in line for a new contract. Both were announced on their yellow ticker. Sancho was still in exile and Martial would be released. Redknapp has been a pundit for nearly 20 years, and Sky should have instilled some media-savvy news into him by now. He suggested something must have happened and something untoward between Rashford and Ten Hag. Sky's viral addicts could not wait to post that pre-match clip on X. There was no consideration for United's two starting wingers. One is their top scorer and the other their player of the month for August. Sky had settled on the angle, though, and shortly after Alejandro Garnacho pinged the crossbar, the camera panned to a pensive Rashford, beckoning the obedient co-commentator Alan Smith to wonder if Rashford would have put that away. Rashford had scored 3 goals in the previous 2 games, to end a goal drought of 12 matches. Context is key. Sky lost the keys to United a few years ago. The irony is United's goal threat actually reduced after Rashford replaced Joshua Zirkzee at Palace. Plenty in the United away end will have been surprised at Rashford's substitute status and disagreed with it. Ten Hag's rotation is not always consistent either. Christian Eriksen, United's second oldest outfield player, was one of 2 players to start United's last 3 games. He was also their best outfield performer at Selhurst Park. Ten Hag is rotating more regularly, is seasoned to avoid the injury crises of last season, and it is working. Mason Mount is the only player to have suffered an injury in United's first 7 matches. United are well within their rights to give Sky a rap on the knuckles. It is not the first time they have gone a bit GB news, spotting a baseless claim on live television. Ten Hag's gripe was Redknapp, like Neville, speculated. Both were ill-informed. Neville, on co-commentary with Jamie Carragher for one of those wretched Fonzoni double acts, threw his toes out of the pram. Redknapp stirred the pot. Redknapp is not the first pundit Ten Hag has bitten back at. Jamie Carragher was dismissed as subjective. Van Alan Shearer's analysis of Rashford's performance at Brighton was dubbed stupid. Ten Hag has avoided picking fights with former United players turned pundits who put the boot in. Football journalists are duty-bound to source stories before reporting on them. Plenty of pundits do fastidious research. Shearer's critique of Rashford was fair. A wild theory is likely to break into the trending topics on X, though Redknapp literally did on Saturday night. Manchester United fans were left frustrated on Saturday as their team dominated the match at Selhurst Park against Crystal Palace, but couldn't find the back of the net, resulting in a 0-0 draw. The Red Devils controlled possession and created numerous chances, yet their inability to convert opportunities into goals remains a pressing concern. One such talent making headlines is James Nolan, who, although not currently playing for the first team, is impressing during his loan spell away from Old Trafford. Youngster James Nolan is leaving a positive mark during his first loan spell at Scottish side, Inverness Caledonian Thistle. Last month, he played a key role for Manchester United's under-21 side in their 3-2 victory over Barnsley in the EFL Trophy. Coming off the bench, Nolan provided 2 assists that were instrumental in the team's comeback win, highlighting his ability to change the game. Transitioning to senior-level football, Nolan continues to influence matches. In his first start for Inverness last week, he contributed to a goal in a 2-2 draw with Alloa Athletic. His cross into the box caused confusion in the opposition's defense, leading to teammate Billy McKay capitalizing on the loose ball to score. Despite being on the bench in the subsequent match under manager Duncan Ferguson, Nolan was brought on at halftime with the team trailing 1-0. Demonstrating his attacking instincts and confidence, he scored the equalizer just 5 minutes into the second half with a first-time shot from the edge of the box. His impressive performances at Inverness are earning him respect among his new teammates and catching the eye of those back at his parent club. As Manchester United grapples with their current goal-scoring challenges, the emergence of young talents like James Nolan offers hope for the future. If he continues on this trajectory, Nolan could become an essential asset for the Red Devils, potentially providing the attacking prowess they currently lack. De Ligt opened the scoring for United at St Mary's against Southampton, as he headed home a brilliant cross from Fernandes. The ball bounced beyond goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale and the goal came just minutes after Andre Onana denied Cameron Archer from the spot to keep United level. Southampton had been on top before missing their penalty, but found themselves to 2-0 down at halftime as Marcus Rashford added another for the visitors. The winger, who has struggled for form in recent months, cutting off the left hand curled a strike into the bottom corner. United play Barnsley in the League Cup at Old Trafford on Tuesday. They will then face Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park in the Premier League next weekend. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag has branded Sky Sports pundit Jamie Redknapp not okay for suggesting he had dropped Marcus Rashford as a punishment. Rashford was named on the bench for United's goalless draw with Crystal Palace, having started in their first 6 games of the season. Ten Hag clarified before kickoff he was rotating Rashford, who had scored 3 goals in his previous 2 games, citing the form of fellow wingers Alejandro Garnacho and Ahmed. Ten Hag had spoken about Rashford's need to improve his discipline and professionalism at his pre-match press conference on Thursday. Redknapp, one of the pundits for Sky's coverage of the game, said before kickoff, "It feels something's gone on, untoward ... There's obviously something that's happened." At his post-match press conference, Ten Hag appeared to refer to Redknapp's baseless claim. "Already, the speculation, some pundits, that's crazy. I would almost say, as a person you are not okay when you bring such speculation, if you don't know what's on. This is just rotation, we have many games to cover, we have more than 11 starting players, but we have to give all the players, if they perform, the chances and finally we will find out, of course, the players who perform better will play more." Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.